Okay. Okay, I'm back. I was talking to myself because that's what I like to do before I entered the broadcast. My microphone was working fine, and then after I left, I realized somebody myself, that's me. Somebody pulled a wire and everything went away. I should have thought stuff was weird because I can see people coming and going and leaving right away. Uh, uh, During the live stream. So that should have been my first clue that something wasn't right. So this always happens to me during the live stream. So I should have guessed I was doing something stupid. Okay. Uh let's do this quickly then. Thank you for everybody who came to my muted live stream. And okay, first things first. I'm going to be doing less reaction videos and more videos that require reading and planning and studying because I've reacted to a lot of stuff that essentially doesn't require much study for me because I've already gone over it a lot of times and have it's a lot of responses to arguments that you get from Catholics over and over again, and that's fine. That has its place. um, but I'm not saying I'm going to cut that out totally because sometimes it's worth responding to, but I don't need to do that forever and ever. There's stuff I want to do on UFOs. There's stuff I want to do on UFOs and Marian apparitions. That requires a lot of study. I want to do some stuff on justification by faith alone, including interacting with the video from How to Be Christian from like a couple of years ago. So that requires some work. I still promised a video on purgatory from someone, from one of the listeners, and that's going to take a while. Uh, oh, what else do I need to do? Well, I need to work, and I have a job that has nothing to do with this. Uh, so I have a lot of things lined up, but nothing is going to go quickly just due to life, doing family commitments, work commitments, want to do other stuff. Um, so I just, not that everybody's clamoring for stuff, but I want to be productive with my time and do some interesting things, get stuff out there. So I just want to let you know things are coming. If you have any interest in a particular topic, let me know. Um, and I am going to be still going through some Timothy Kaufman stuff. Now, one of the things I wanted to go over was I had an interesting encounter with a Catholic lady. I go through sometimes praying as I'm walking, and if I encounter a church of various stripes, I'll pray, and depending on the type of prayer, I'll have a different type of if I pass by a liberal Protestant church, I want it to be I'll pray for the liberal Protestant church in that way, where it's I want it closed down and the people out and given the gospel. If I pass by uh, a a Catholic church, I'll pray in another way. And if I pray by an evangelical church, I'm going to pray blessings on them and remain faithful, and things along those lines. So, but I encountered this one woman, and I she was a really sweet lady. We had a nice talk about various things, and one of the things we talked about was well, we talked about politics. We talked about the state of society. We went over presuppositional apologetics and Romans 1. And we went over a ton of stuff, and it was all good. But we got to justification by faith alone, and she believes in justification by faith alone. Now, she has probably has no knowledge of the Council of Trent, and things along those lines. So, what I want to encourage people is to not assume every Catholic is the same theologically. It's not 50 years ago, it's not 100 years ago. Uh, Council of Trent was a long time ago, and the Catholics you interact with on the internet are, at least around where I am, are almost none. None. I have very, very, very few people. When I went to the World Meeting of Families, most people don't care about the distinction with justification by faith alone. Maybe just a handful. You're talking a handful out of thousands of the really committed Catholics, at least English speaking Catholics. So, what's that show us? What that shows us is not that there's stuff to discuss with those people, and not that we shouldn't ultimately encourage them to get out of church, but we need to talk with them to see what their actual spiritual state is as best we can entertain. Um, and I do view justification by faith alone to be an essential. So if they're you can do it as you would do any, with some modifications, any type of discussion with a Catholic, as you would with someone else. You want to determine, there's key questions you can make, kind of like, what are you trusting on? If you summarize justification by faith alone, and you explicitly tell them this disagrees with some of their official church teaching. And I did this with this lady, and she didn't care because she doesn't care about official church teaching. She loves her church. She loves Mary and the saints and that sort of thing. But which I would disagree with, and I explained to her some of those disagreements that I had. But those are peripheral disagreements compared to justification by faith alone. So you need to. So when you're witnessing with people, you witness long gospel just like you would with anyone else. Knowing their background helps you, but just don't assume everybody's the same, and don't assume the Catholics you meet online arguing or debating are the same people that you will meet in your town. All right, that's about it. Sorry for the screw up earlier. God bless everybody, and if there's any specific topics in the future you're interested in, let me know. So again, I'm going to be doing some UFO stuff because that is going to be big. I'm going to be doing justification by faith alone stuff. I'm going to be doing stuff on the UFO phenomenon and Mariology. And I'm going to be doing a response video to the psychology of Catholic conversion stuff. I owe someone a video on purgatory, but I have to do a lot of studying on that. So a lot of the videos I have planned require way more research than the reaction video. I see someone's watching. Please post a comment, say hi. I was about to wrap up, so I'm just stalling for you in case you have a question or something like that. So again, that's the plan. And but if anybody has anything that they think I should be interested in, I'm willing to add it to the queue if it is actually interesting and is something that I think I could be of value of. But if I know resources already, I'll just point you to those resources. So anyway, a lot of irons in the fire, and I want to read a lot more in general, not even about stuff in that pertinent to the channel. So, all right, God bless everybody. Please be praying for your churches and your pastors. God bless.